This week, Boris Johnson turned to the issue of compulsory COVID vaccinations.
I don't believe we can keep going indefinitely with non-pharmaceutical interventions, I mean restrictions on people's way of life. And I think we're going to need to have a national conversation about the way forward.
The Prime Minister wants this national conversation because he knows this pandemic isn't over. COVID daily infection rates in Europe are going up. Infection rates in the US are going up. And when we look at deaths and hospitalizations, there's a pattern.
We're seeing still a pandemic of the unvaccinated here, with more than 1,000 deaths a day in the US, almost entirely of unvaccinated individuals.
That's the US. It's the same in Germany.
It's very difficult to get staff motivated to treat patients now in this fourth wave. We are still seeing so many patients that are not vaccinated. Yeah.
And this is where we are with vaccination. In these rich countries, between 60 and 70% of the population are fully vaccinated. In Africa, it's less than 8% with both doses. And these vaccination rates are a problem 3 times over. First, even in the richest countries, healthcare systems are still exposed.
In some parts of the country, you can only describe it as dramatic. Overfilled intensive care units, severely ill people who have to be flown across Germany to get the care they need.
Next, if the developing world is under-vaccinated, COVID has a better chance of mutating.
You know, every person who's not immune to this virus is essentially a viral factory. And a viral factory is a variant factory. So we just have to get the world immunized.
Then there's Omicron.
Certain features of Omicron, including its global spread and large number of mutations, suggest it could have a major impact on the course of the pandemic.
And when faced with all of this, there's a further problem. Governments have been asking people to get vaccinated, and it's not been enough.
And we have done 10 months of campaigning, of trying to persuade people, but still we have a certain share, nearly 1/3 of the population, which is hesitant.
The question now is what to do about that. Well, in Austria's case, it's made jabs mandatory from February, and this is the justification.
We want to break out of this vicious circle of virus waves and discussions about lockdowns. And the only way, the only exit ticket we have is the vaccine.
That's Austria, and each country is considering its options. Germany's new Chancellor is Olaf